What's up guys, Steve here with the Ram Real Estate Investing channel, the channel where we talk about how to make money through real estate investing. And today I want to talk to you about how it is that I've come to live here pretty much rent-free. Now I know what you're thinking, yes, I am a millennial. No, I do not live in my parents' basement. As a matter of fact, I'm a parent myself. I have two wonderful children and a beautiful, loving wife. You see, I'm a family man myself, which kind of takes the whole house sharing, space sharing thing out of the equation. Why, you might ask? Well, to be honest, if you ask anybody with any life experience, they'll tell you that having more than one woman in the same living space is not necessarily the most ideal situation. As a matter of fact, it can be downright dangerous. Listen, I don't care what Hollywood tries to portray, I don't care how old they are, having more than one woman in the same space is not a good situation. Women like to have their own space. They like to have a place that they can call their own, that they can decorate, that they can do their thing. They need to have their own space. They need to have their own castle. Men, on the other hand, all we really need is a sofa. You give us a good sofa and we're pretty much set, which makes up pretty much one of the three S's that are essential for all men. Pretty much men need a sofa, a sandwich, and success.
Do that thing with your eyes.
Speaking of success, I want to thank all those of you that have supported my channel. I had over 100 new subscribers last month, which was huge for me. And I just want to say thank you. And if you could, really quick, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that way anytime I put up videos, you can be notified. So now let's get to how it is that Steve has come to live rent-free. So I don't live in my parents' basement. I don't house hack. I don't share spaces. So pretty much the only option that I have is through real estate investing to offset my monthly payment for living with rental cash flow. As a matter of fact, I'm on my way to what some call level 1 financial freedom, which is basically where all of your essential living expenses are entirely covered with passive income. And for me, that's through rental cash flow. So my monthly living payment, my utility bills, my food, everything that's essential for me to live, I don't have to work and take the money to cover those expenses. My houses, my rental houses, the cash flow I collect pays for those every single month. Now, I'm not quite there yet. As I said, I'm on my way to achieving level 1 financial freedom, but my monthly house payment is fully covered and then some. And for those of you that are wondering what level 2 financial freedom is pretty much when all of your essential living expenses are covered and then some, and you pretty much have enough passive income coming in every month that you can do whatever you want. So as I mentioned in a previous video, I'll put it right here, I started collecting my money by flipping stuff online, Craigslist, all sorts of random stuff, right? Then after that, I moved my way up to flipping properties. And I'll put a link to my first property right up here. After I stacked up enough cash, then I have taken the money and I'm investing into rental properties that yield cash flow every single month. And that cash flow I put towards my monthly house payment. And now it is fully covered. And in addition to that, like I said, I have excess money that I collect every single month. And if you'd like to figure out how to run the numbers on a rental property to see how it would cash flow, how it would do, I'll put the link to that video right up here and you can check that out as well. And I'll put a link right up here on how to run the numbers on a flip. So here it is in a nutshell. Basically what you need to do is you need to stack up your cash, set it aside until you have enough that you're able to purchase a good investment property, a rental property that will produce cash flow to help cover your expenses every month. And for us personally, we have chosen to rent where we live and then rent the properties that we own in order to do this. Now I know what you may be thinking. Steve, my parents and everybody I know have told me I should buy a house to live in, and it's the American dream, right? Yes, and I'm not against that. However, I'm just saying financially, in my particular situation, I chose to go a different route because when I ran the numbers, I saw something different from what everybody else was saying. And that was that if instead of buying a house to live in, I purchased houses, rented them out, that the numbers came out favorable for me to not have a payment anymore by utilizing this strategy. So let me give you a quick little example. So where I live here in Sacramento, California, I can purchase a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,000 square foot home in a nice area for about $400,000. Now, $400,000, I need to put 20% down so I don't need to pay mortgage insurance, but putting 20% down is $80,000. Now, I'm gonna have to get a loan for $320,000, and that loan at a 30-year fixed rate at 4% is gonna put me roughly around a house payment of $2,000 a month. Now, I could do that, or I could go rent a house. Now, if I buy a rental property, it's the same exact thing. I'll have a mortgage payment of $2,000 a month, and rentals around here for that same thing is roughly $2,200 a month. So it would cash flow positive $200 a month, which I still need to live somewhere. And if it's $2,200 a month minus 200, it comes out to the same to if I actually just lived in the property. And now you have a rental payment and a mortgage payment, and you're like, okay, are these people gonna stay consistently paying their rent? What happens if they miss? Now you're on the line for 2 payments. However, if I take that $80,000 and instead go out into other markets in the central US that have strong rental returns, I can buy a house in some areas cash for $80,000, in good areas, mind you. And buying them cash, I then can collect the full rents. And I'm talking about properties that can rent for nearly $1,000 a month. Now let's say after property management expenses, taxes, insurance, and all that I come out on top positive about $700 a month, which is, I think, a little bit conservative. I actually think you could get more than that if it's running at $1,000 a month. How do I know this? Because I have several properties that I'm doing this with. Now, I'm renting a property in Sacramento, California for $2,200 a month minus $700. So now I'm actually only paying $1,500 a month. Now let's say I'm able to do that again and again and again until I have completely used my rental income to wipe out my living expenses. Now again, like I said, this might not be for everybody. Like I said, there's a lot of women who want to have their own space that they can call their own. However, if you are okay with not living in a house that you own, this could be a good solution for you. But I totally understand it's not for everybody, but this was something that I ran the numbers on, and it just made a lot of sense to me personally. And I made sure that the woman of my house was on board with it, and when she said yes, that was pretty much it. So listen guys, this is how I have managed to live rent-free. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments. Again, thank you for all the support, all those of you that have liked my videos and subscribed. Every time that you do that, it tells the YouTube algorithm that this is a video worth sharing, and it helps my channel out a ton. So again, like, subscribe, leave a comment. I appreciate it. Hope you guys have a blessed day. This is Steve. God bless.